Live in 3, 2, 1.
Y'all know what it is and who it is. It's your boy Fight Night Dex, Four Corners Boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, boxing fans of all ages, you're now tuned in. I got my co-host with me here, guys.
It's your boy, the Maniac. You already know.
Fight Night Mode, you already know. Heavyweight champion of the world, baby.
40 Century behind the camera. You know that this is what we do. We give it to you live and direct, guys. First and foremost, fellas,
Yes.
peace and blessings.
Oh, yeah.
My
Peace
brother.
and blessings. We back in motion, New York City, the Knicks. You already know. If we go to our right-hand side, we was just watching the Knicks.
Yes, let's go, baby. Yes, sir. New York,
I'm not a
baby.
Knicks fan, though, but I show him love. Much love.
Yo, the city is live, man. The energy is amazing. Like, I feel just watching the game. We over here so alive in New York City. So, man, I know the Garden is going crazy. John Starks in the building. Walt Frazier, you know, all the NYC Chris Rock. The New York is live.
Everybody.
New York is live. And if you know that we got boxing coming back this way too in these next
Yes,
couple
sir.
months,
Oh,
in these
yeah.
next couple weeks. So yes, New York is very much live. The Vegas been doing their thing. Vegas been doing their thing these past couple months.
Making
guys.
that money.
They got the Benavidez plant. They had the Tank Davis. You got Loma and Haney coming up in a few next week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Vegas, y'all been having a lot of fun with it. It's time to send it back to the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? Top rank, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. They do their thing big time here. And Danny Garcia, Arislandi Laura, that's coming in
Oh,
August
yeah.
as well.
Barclays,
Yeah.
baby.
We in there. We'll be in
We
there.
in there.
So yes. We're anticipating a lot, man. We're anticipating a lot. But guys, let's talk some boxing because a lot of shit has been happening in the sport as of lately, man.
Mm-hmm.
Week after week, fight after fight, Showtime, Matchroom, Top Rank, PBC. Who's your favorite? Who's been delivering for you guys this year, man?
Oh, man.
Somebody talk to me. Come on.
Showtime's been having the heavy hits, man.
Showtime
Showtime's
is-
been having the big fights, man.
Showtime was supposed to be out. They
Yeah.
said it was over.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Luke, allegedly.
But they still thriving, man. Listen, man. PBC, Showtime, whenever they count Al out, he just delivers another one.
Yeah.
And another one. Like Khaled.
Yeah.
Al got the stable of stables, man. Honestly, and it's been that problem, right? We ain't getting these fights that he got all these fighters over there with, but 2023 kicked in the door, and he's giving us the fights, man. Shout out to
That's all we
Showtime,
want as
PBC.
fight fans, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to PBC.
Well,
and
hope-
Fox is still in the mix. I think.
Well, we want to hope that he continues to deliver, right? Because we tend to see these PBC fighters treated like canned goods, right? We've seen it, the Keith Thurmans, you know.
Keith
that-
Thurman was a bad man. Keith Thurman got
Yeah.
paid. Keith Thurman was
No,
a
no,
bad
no,
man during his run, but
they
he's big.
get paid. But remember, they had Fox 5. They're not fighting on Fox
That's
5
what I
no
said.
more.
I was like,
They
Fox
had
still around? Is
FS1.
Fox
They don't
still
got
there?
FS no. So
Yeah.
right
Showtime
now,
is back on-
Showtime is back. But the one person I would say, Matchroom, right, and Golden Boy, because they both on the Zone. So the Zone is putting on cards like every week.
Right.
Now they might not be top of the line cards, but there's always hidden gems in there.
You're
Right?
gonna find
And it's
out
quality.
who's coming up. You're
Right,
gonna
that-
find out who's coming up one way.
That's true.
Correct, and you want that. Oh shit, the Zone. So I think right now the Zone got the belt. They the WBC champs, but Showtime is there. Showtime is there because what another thing that
That was the
Showtime
Zone Showtime.
correct
They
and
finally got together. Those two.
Showtime does what they do on those Fridays.
Showbox the next
There
generation.
you go, bro.
There you go.
That's always been
That's
right.
the upcoming.
How many world champions came from there? Over 50. So, you know, that's shout out to Showtime, man.
On Top Rank, you got the ESPN Plus. So if you tune in there, if you got ESPN Plus, then you get to see the undercards that come up early as well over there. You get to see a lot of the young guns that we got coming up over at Top Rank as
Yeah.
well. So I think we need more of that. You know what I'm saying? More of the club shows, man. Like, boxing is hard. This guy's fighting at the club down the block. Bro, that's how. Next thing you know, he's fighting on Showtime pay-per-view, and you like,
Correct.
wow. You know what I'm saying? I was laughing at that dude. I thought he wouldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? The joke's on you. You don't play boxing. Not at the club, not on pay-per-view, not nowhere, dog. Let's play some boxing, bro.
No. You don't do
Doesn't
that.
work like that,
You
man.
see how that happens.
Sure
See
doesn't,
how that
man.
turns out.
So, guys, got this little joint I want to run with y'all, man. It's called 12 Rounds of Boxing. Ding, 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 ding. 12 rounds, 12 topics.
Okay.
We'll talk about what's been going on. I'll go down the list of just what's been going on. Questions that I ask myself and that I, you know what I'm saying? I know my opinion. I want to hear yours. And the world wants to hear as well. You always hearing Fight Night X talk shit. I can talk shit all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. When it comes to boxing, it don't stop. And that's why I got these guys here with me, because this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Sit back, watch the Knicks win in the Garden, and talk some boxing, man. You want to ring the bell on this?
Let's go.
Ding, 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 ding. The Maniac is our guest today, man. So the Maniac is here with us, man. He's gonna get round one of this, man. First question goes to you. This past weekend, Canelo, Ryder, the face of boxing, is back in Guadalajara. He took his fight home against John Ryder. Canelo Ryder. Your thoughts on it? Hold on, let me give you. You got 60 seconds on the clock. Get him.
So I already made my point with this fight. Canelo, to me and to most people, didn't look good. He won the fight. He did good stuff, right? People have to understand. Not that he looked horrible. He just didn't look like the fighter we're accustomed to seeing against the opponent he was facing. Now, Ryder, I got to salute to him, because I said he was going to get cracked like a fortune cookie in this fight. And he did it. The dude is tough as nails. Dude fought with a broken nose for about 9 rounds. And he was in there banging with Canelo. So now people want to ask is if Canelo, did he lose a step? Is Canelo washed? The question to me is, I don't know. We will see when he fights a gorilla next.
Okay. Talking about.
Okay.
He got his snot box cracked. That's for sure. You heard? Ryder, he got something cracked, and it was that snot box. You know what I'm saying? He hit the floor twice. The second time they said no, but yeah, Canelo hit him so damn hard he tripped over his own feet. You know what I'm saying? Guadalajara's got a Mexican style fight. You know what I'm saying? But Sugar says he doesn't look too good. He's not the same. Let's see.
I didn't say he's not the same. I say he didn't look good. I said we will see when he fights a gorilla. A Benavidez, a Charlo.
That was the gorilla. John, the Southpaw.
He was a fucking monkey that fought like a gorilla that day. But but we'll see.
Round number 2, man. Question number 2. We're gonna stick with the face of boxing. You heard? Canelo Alvarez. What's next, Mo? What's next? I know he ain't your favorite. I know he ain't your type. But we got respect for Canelo Alvarez and his game. Face of boxing, we're going to get to the talk of that. What's next for Canelo Alvarez? 60 seconds. Let's go.
For me, I want to see him either go against David Benavidez or Charlo. It's either or. We know he's not going to fight Boo Boo Andrade. We know that's not going to happen.
It's a horrible fight.
He's been calling him out. Boo Boo's been calling him out for so long that he just say, you suck, you get no money, you this, you that. Canelo doesn't like him. He don't like what he did. He don't like his style. He don't like his approach to him. So that's not going to happen. Okay. If it does, Canelo's just going to prove that I'm going to just try to dominate you. But I don't see it happening. For me, Canelo has to prove himself to being that guy and go against these younger guys. Because right now he's really just cherry picking on guys that don't have any type of talent to step in the ring with him. So it's nobody else but Benavidez or Charlo. If it's not them, it doesn't matter anymore, because what's going to affect it is it's going to be his pay-per-view buys. I don't care where you're fighting at, his rankings is going to drop if it's not going to be any of those guys, and that's it.
There you have it on that tip right there. Benavidez or Charlo. Benavidez is everyone's number 1 pick, right? He's going after B-Ball again, 175. That's what he wants to do. Charlo, I would love it as well, but I would like to see Charlo fight somebody because he's been out for 2 years. But we're going to get the Charlo. We're going to get the Charlo. Round 3. Sure, you got 60 seconds. The monkey you call.
Yeah.
The gorilla you call a monkey, man.
The monkey.
60 seconds. Ryder, man, is he better? Is he a better fighter than Plant Then Billy Joe Saunders. Does this fight, going 12 rounds with Canelo, everybody thought he was going to get washed up. He went 12 with a broken nose. Does this make him a better fighter than Plant, who got knocked out? Billy Joe, Yildirim, Smith barely fought back, Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what I would say is that he fought a better fighter than them. He fought a better fight, than both fighters because he went the distance. These other two fighters got stopped, right? But in boxing, what's the saying that always holds true? Styles make
Fights.
There you go, my brother. So stylistically, John Ryder was a tougher fight for Canelo based on his style, right? He was tougher than Plant and Saunders, right?
I would like to see him against.
But Billy Joe beat
beat
Ryder.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
A Ryder and Plant fight would be very interesting, right? Because if you have someone like Plant who gasses out, right? He a 6-round fighter. He a 6-round fighter. It is. I like him, but he's a 6-round fighter.
Okay.
And we know the monkey
10
come.
seconds.
The monkey come to fight. Ryder, I love you, brother. You're a
Shout out
gorilla,
to
man.
John Ryder, man.
But I would like to see that. I think it's a 50-50.
Big respect to John Ryder, man.
For sure.
You don't play boxing. Real definition of it. We don't call fighters bums. We got our jokes. We talk our shit. Respectfully, though, everybody puts their life on the line when you step in that ring.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, David Benavidez or Charlo, you say. But Showtime might have another banger for David Benavidez. Another David by the name of David Morrell. Word is, these guys are both on the Samson over there, PBC. There's a matchup between David versus David, and winner of that just puts himself in more position for Canelo if Canelo remains to be on top as well as he goes on. Mo, David versus David, man.
I like that matchup. I like that matchup a lot. You got the Cuban versus the Mexican. You know what I'm saying? You got two countries that are known for bringing out great fighters, two countries that are very prideful in the sport of boxing, two countries that are most fighters are willing to go out on their shield. And as we know, they both big boys. They hit hard, they fight hard, and they're going to give you a bang for your buck. Like the saying say.
David hit a little harder.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, David Morrell ain't no Plant. So, David Benavidez is going to be in for a fight, and he going to know it's going to be a fight. But on the other end, so is Morrell. Now, my question is, we already seen what David Benavidez could take fighting a guy like Plant and seeing his skill set, having to use his mindset. Is David Morrell going to be able to excel on that spotlight, or is he going to fold under those lights? That's the test.
That's a good fight on Showtime PBC. I'm tuning in. If you make it happen, because I don't see either one of them honestly being next. But I don't see Canelo taking either one, especially Morrell. You know what I'm saying? Canelo says he doesn't really even know too much about Morrell. But
and he going to play it safe, like he's been doing recently. Just saying.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it in the mix, man. Before we get out of that 168, all this Canelo talk between all his future opponents that are lined up, there's another one by the name of Jermell Charlo. That is.
So Jermell, yeah. So we know Jermell.
Hold on a second. Let me give you your 60 seconds. Jermell.
So we know Jermell's undisputed at 154, right?
No.
Yeah, Moore's
Mel or
160.
Moore?
Mel is the
Mel is
undisputed.
160.
Mel is undisputed.
No. Moore is
the one
160. He's undefeated.
No, I think
Mel is undisputed but got one loss to Harrison.
Jamel is the undisputed champ. Jamal is the one that's been out for
easy.
2 years.
Big Charlo and Little Charlo.
So I'm gonna give you an easy way to do it. This is an easy way. A Moore is big, so he's the older one, like a Moore.
Okay.
So Jamal's 160. Mel is 154.
This is how you do
That's how
it.
And that's how you do it. And that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Mel is the undisputed champ.
Yeah, so Mel is 154. He's undisputed. He beat Castano his last fight.
Mel, big boy.
Moore's
the big one.
Moore's the big one.
At 160.
He been out the ring for 2 years. He's the WBC middleweight champion for quite some time without defending. He's been going through some mental issues. Mental health is big awareness. You know what I'm saying? We all, just because you're a superstar, don't, you know what I'm
You're
saying? You
human.
get what you wish for in
You're
life.
human,
they say,
man.
right?
Yeah,
You're
it doesn't
human.
exclude you from that, man.
Doesn't-
Yeah,
You know, he
yeah.
had a lot of issues, family issues, personal issues. He loves the sport, and he says he got his mind back in the mix. He says he's back, and he says no tune-ups. No tune-ups. We want big boys.
So, I mean, first of all, like you said, 2 years. He been holding that belt hostage. You understand? He got to get in that ring. He got to fight. And while it'll be an interesting fight at 160, even though this fight is going to be fighting here in New York, a Lara Charlo fight at 160 will be great. These are two fighters who are from the same camp.
But they're from the same camp.
They were. They don't. Ronnie Shields. I don't think.
Back to the Cubans.
I don't think he's with Ronnie Shields no more.
if he broke
Someone
the
got to
bone,
look
then-
that up. I'm gonna look it up, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, that's a fight that I would like to see down the line, or would be even better for more. Drop that belt, go up to 168, where there's more meat up there, right?
10 seconds.
There's more food up there at 168. You got your Benavidez. He ain't gonna fight no Morel. They've been talking about him and
They
Boo
say him
Boo.
and Morel are stablemates now.
Yeah, all right. So that ain't gonna happen. So him and Boo Boo,
So-
I heard they've been talking about it. So let's talk about it.
If Canelo calls, he's definitely coming up.
Oh, yeah. You don't-
Morel's a stablemate now. It's not Lara. You're right about that. It's not Lara. It's Morel. Lara went back to the Cubans. Boo Boo and him been on the phone. Boo Boo and him have been on the phone. That's a fight we've been waiting for a long time. Get that one, set it up. Charlo wins that. Oh man, sky's the limit. Then you really ready for Benavidez. But coming on for 2 years, I don't know if he should take a tune or if he should. I would love for him to go right back into the big fights, but I don't know. Maybe he needs to get some rust off, man.
Mm-hmm.
But he's calling for the big boys, so that's what it is.
Hey.
Listen, going on into round 6, man. Next movement is back to Mo Knows over here. And Mo knows who's going to win next week, May 20th. ESPN.
Woo! Can't wait.
Take a swig on that one.
Championships of the world. Yes. Yes. Floyd Cashflow Diaz is on the card as well. Team
Yes.
Cashflow. You know we
Shout out
behind
to
you all
Cash
the way.
all day.
Four corners, baby.
Coach
We've been
Mike.
all the way. Coach Mike and the team. Coach Lugo as well. Rafa. We'll see y'all next week. Mo, the lightweight championships are on the line. Devin Haney is the future, and Lomachenko is the legend. This fight really makes Lomachenko legend if he wins. What you talking about?
It's gonna burst a lot of bubbles, but I got Loma with the upset. I got Loma beating him on this. Yes, Haney's younger. He's taller. He's stronger. He's bigger. He's undisputed.
Stronger?
But Loma's got experience with bigger fighters, more champions. Amateur background matters, and the heart. Plus, Loma changes angles. Haney has not been known to showing that he can fight good on the angles. The guys he has fought against is nothing compared to Lomachenko. Don't underestimate. Haney's doing a lot of talking in the press conferences. He's doing a lot of talking in the top rank, access and all this stuff. A quiet man is a dangerous man, and Loma's always quiet and dangerous, and when he gets in that ring, he turns into a killer. So, I got Loma.
Right on the button. He got Loma. This is something we're going to get back to. Mo knows. He got some topics for y'all as well, man. But it's just a sneak peek of what's on his mind. You know what I'm saying?
Just a little bit.
Maniac. He got Loma. If Loma wins, if Haney wins, where do they go? Where does the Maniac want them to go? Where does the boxing world take these guys?
So I think the obvious, if Loma wins that fight, then it's easy to make a Shakur Lomo undisputed, right? They stablemates, and that's something the world will want to see anyway, right? Because I don't think a Lomo Tank Davis fight is realistic based on the camps, right? We got Top Rank, we got PBC, and we know the history of that. Not saying
The
it can't
business
happen.
wise.
Correct. We're not saying it can't happen, but it's gonna be a bitch to make, right? Shakur Stevenson, Lomo, that's right
Easy
there.
fight at
They
home.
next door neighbors, yo. Let's
at
make it happen. Easy to make. So to answer your question, give me Lomo Shakur next. If Haney wins, right? I don't even think he stays at 135. I think he says, yo, here, fuck these belts,
Y'all go
right?
to- y'all go
I
fight
go,
for that?
yeah, y'all fight for this. I'm going
10
up
cents.
north to 140, and I could possibly fight Teofimo, Josh Taylor winner.
I like the Loma tank. Oh man,
I would love that fight.
That's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta be in the building that happens. I gotta be.
That's tough,
No matter
like
what.
you said to make. So yeah, Shakur Stevenson and Haney. Haney could actually do whatever he pleases to do. He's free after this one.
Correct.
Top rank. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. We staying in that mix over there at Top Rank Boxing. Like I told y'all, New York City staying up. Big victory for the Knicks. We pushing into Game 6. And on June 10th, 6/10, New York City, Madison Square Garden, Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. We got
Yes,
Teofimo
sir.
Lopez. We got Josh Taylor. We got the Lineal and WBO 140 super lightweight championships on the line. Teofimo's looking for a second division. Teofimo's looking for a second lineal title. Josh Taylor ain't no punk. And I know you gonna be in the building.
Oh, yeah, I'm in
So
there.
talk to me, Mo. What you seeing that night?
Well, it's gonna be, first of all, it's gonna be flooded out with Puerto Rico. We already know that's gonna happen. Anytime it's Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend, no matter who is in, whether it's Xander, who's gonna be on that card,
on
by the
that
way,
card, baby.
whether it's Belinga,
He's
it
coming up
doesn't
2
matter.
weeks later.
The Garden always get flooded out. The Boricuas come out heavy. This is a good fight. It's 50-50 for me. Based off of Loma's last fight, based off of Teofimo's last fight with Sandor,
Sandor Martin.
which was shaky, which made him look a little iffy, and based off of Taylor's last fight with Jack, which I had Jack Ketterall winning that fight.
Yeah.
This is a
Me too.
50-50. So now, this fight for me is a rebuild fight for
Sense.
both guys.
Sense.
To get their names back in the mix, to be relative, to get those title shots, to be that top guy in that division. 140 is an interesting division, and guys got to look out for it because it's shaking up in there.
Here we go. We're gonna get some heat. We're gonna get some heat between those two guys. Top rank seems to be like whoever loses is out, right? It seems like one of those fights. Whoever loses is out, and Teofimo got his back against the wall. Got a lot of heat. Got a lot of heat on his back as of lately, but it's all good, Theo. Handle your business and do what you gotta do. 140. Seems like all the fights we didn't get to see at 135, we eventually will see because these guys are young. They're gonna keep growing.
Yeah.
They're moving up to 140. Primo's going up for 140-pound title, and this weekend we got Rolly Romero. My man Rolly's back. He was supposed to be fighting
Puello for the belt. The Dominican.
For the 140 vacant, for the 140 vacant, bro.
Yeah,
he got caught with
He got caught with substance abuse.
Yeah,
here we go.
He's out. Some new duty, Ismael Barrios or some shit like that is in.
He got that shit in his mango. You know what I'm saying? He got caught with that shit.
Oh man.
Yo, sure.
So-
Rolly is back, man. What you see
So-
Rolly doing
so
at
what?
140? WBA title on the line.
So I say this. I don't know nothing about his opponent. I didn't even look into it.
I heard of him.
Yeah, so Riley, he's an interesting fighter, man. He just remind me of one of those dudes, like a special ed kid. Nothing wrong with it, but he just they could fight. You don't know.
bro.
You don't
Strong
know.
as hell.
Strong. You don't know what
Strong.
you're gonna get from this dude, right? He come in there. He showed some decent boxing skills, but then again, he didn't show no discipline, no footwork. He came in wrong ankle and Tank clipped him.
Try to bite too fast.
There you go. He got to take his time. You understand? He got the pop. Let it come.
Yes.
So what I want to see from Riley in this fight, I want to see a complete fight, right? I just don't want to see a one-dimensional. Him going there and just try to knock him out.
10
Going
seconds.
there, take your time. I want to see him break this dude down and show us to say, listen, I lost the Tank because he's one of the best fighters in the world, but I could beat anybody else.
That's good. I like
okay.
Rolly Romero. I liked him before the Tank fight. I liked him after the Tank fight. He's now going to show us what he got after the Tank fight because he's been
Right.
He's been out since. Title shot right after that too. You heard?
I'm going with Rolly on this one. I don't know too much about the guy, but I feel like Rolly, he is a guy that you can't sleep on. And Tank said it. They asked him, who's the hardest hitter that you ever faced? And he said, Rolly is the hardest punch I ever faced in my career. So that just shows you something. It was just the inexperience at that time. But like all life lessons, you learn from it. And I feel like his coach, Coach Bullet, they're going to get him sharpened and ready for this. And, because this will be his second title shot. So we'll see. We'll see.
Round 10, Mo. 140 pounds is hot. It's the next.
Sizzling.
It's the next shit that's about to crank back up. And Eddie Hearn just got himself into the mix with the number 140-pound champion, ranked fighter, Regis Rugaru Pro Grace. He skipped out on the top rank deal. Top ranking and Eddie were both fighting. He ends up going to the Zone Boxing. Let me put you on 60 seconds with that, Mo. What's up, Regis Rugaru at the Zone?
Oh, I like Regis, man. I like his style. He got that true New Orleans swagger. Mm-hmm. He got that heart, the city that don't give up, after all they've been through. And he's definitely a true native, showing that native New Orleans heart. I think it's a good setup for him. I think the Zone is gonna push him. They're going to have him more active because Regis hasn't been active lately.
He's fighting June. He's fighting in June.
He's
coming up in June.
He's picking up, which is good.
June 17th.
The Zone will make him very active, and they'll put him more out there. They'll market him a lot better. I think he'll be more marketable as far as getting a bigger fan base and getting more opportunities to be shown on the television and, get that title shot. And what he wants to do is be that world champion, and his goal is to become, if not unified, undisputed champ at 140. So he's that guy to make it happen.
1 second.
Let's go.
He's that guy to make it happen. He really is, man.
Yeah. He might want that ring. He might run it back with Taylor.
He definitely wants that.
Oh yeah.
Taylor stays alive after June, man.
We're gonna see. June gonna be a test for Taylor.
I don't see Taylor getting cooked, but don't worry, we'll see. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk
about it. We got. There's a lot to talk about.
All right, with 140 staying in our joint, in our mix, with all the lightweights going up to 140. Ryan Garcia is back in training. He's talking to the Reynosos again. Bernard Hopkins said he would love to see him with Ronnie Shields. Bernard Hopkins says he would love for Ronnie Shields to get his hands on Ryan Garcia and take him to the gym. Reynoso and them said that they got a call recently. They don't have a problem with bringing him back. Ryan is running. He's been already on social media, so he's not going to fall back. He's going to be back in the mix. Is that what he's supposed to do, or should he fall back?
No, I mean, he's a young lion, man. He's a cub still, right? He was just in there with a lion. You understand? Like when you fight your older brother, no matter how hard you try, you might hit him, you might catch him, but he gonna rock you. It's not gonna happen. So that's where Garcia was, right? That, to me, that's the best way to put it. But the dude is tough, man. And I feel like he needs to do that for the mental part. We already know, he went through a mental spell where he said, I was going through stuff.
And he had mental health as well.
And he found God, and I bless that. Because I'm a man of God as well, right? Amen. The Lord comes first, man. And anything. So I'm glad he's back on it. Shake that off, bro. One loss doesn't define your career. You understand? Sure. A lot of people lose. You could come back and be great. Ronnie Shields, even Calvin Ford said he wouldn't mind taking him.
Yeah.
And also,
with open arms, he said it.
So people see the greatness in him, the potential greatness in him. Okay. So it's going to be interesting who he decides to train with.
Hopefully he makes the right choice.
Correct.
Hopefully he makes the right choice.
Round 12, man. Round 12. Y'all can both get in on this one, of course, man. This is the final round.
Let Mo get it, then we'll see.
Mo will like this one. Save this one especially for you. Understand? Face of boxing. The talk is out. Tank is in. Canelo's out. Canelo says, not so fast, my friend. It's right here. Still selling out arenas too, man. All across the country. Tank in, Canelo out, or Tank right there underneath his ribs. Funny thing that Jake Paul said yesterday, he said, Canelo's to the face, Tank is the tits, and I'm the ass. Jake Paul does nothing.
Wow, man. You just can't do nothing but laugh at Jake Paul and his comments.
So face of boxing, Mo.
Face of boxing is Tank.
Face of boxing.
Face of boxing is Tank. Canelo, great career. Will go down as a Hall of Famer. It's debatable based on resume. You know, that's something people could talk about, which is always going to be the case with boxing. Mm-hmm. Face of boxing right now is Tank. Reason why I say this is because I've never seen a fight of this caliber with him and Ryan had so much of a magnitude with everybody talking about it, celebrities everywhere, and they were not fighting for a title.
Okay.
At all. Not a title at all. You normally get this when you get the big fight, like the
undisputed title fights we want to see.
The Wilder, Furies. You might get hopefully we'll see, Spence, Crawford. Mm-hmm. Those are the build-up fights. But you got two guys that don't have a major title. Tank is a WBA regular, whatever. Like Tank says, I ain't got to have all the belts. I'm a prize fighter. I'm here to get money and win. If I want the belts, I go get them. Tank is the face of boxing. Canelo had his time. His time's running out. As far as compatibility, you gotta go by the numbers. What is Canelo doing in these numbers? Yeah, he sold out his hometown. He's never fought there. So of course you're gonna sell out. But are you selling out arenas everywhere you go? I've been to Atlanta. We've been to Atlanta. Tank sold out. We've been to Barclays. Tank sold out. Record-breaking numbers. LA, Crypto Arena, sold out. Everywhere this guy is going, he's selling out. For a guy that don't have a real belt, everywhere he's going, he's selling out. He's bringing Madonna out, and Madonna's never been to a boxing fight ever in her life. And Madonna came out. She said, I don't even watch boxing.
Yeah. You got you right there, well.
That's
We're going into extra round.
Yeah.
Rounds of boxing.
Old school.
Sure.
So this is what I would say.
Canelo's in or Canelo's out?
So I'll say, I think this is the difference. I say Canelo's the face of boxing, but Tank is the most popular fighter. If that makes sense, right?
Okay.
So 100% correct.
Okay.
Tank, anywhere he goes, he's a seller. I mean, he sells out. That's not even up for debate. All the celebrities come out. Everybody want to see Tank. Boxing-wise, face is still Canelo, right? We know the Mexican fan base. Forget about it. And based on longevity, right? Based on resume, Canelo's still the face, right? And if we want to do numbers, right? Pay-per-view numbers. I mean, of course, this Tank Ryan fight did 1.4. But we know Ryan played a big part. Because when we look at Tank's numbers before this fight, the highest he did was 250.
250, 300.
Yeah, 300.
Yeah.
But that's still good, though. Yeah. I'm not shitting on his numbers.
And the streaming era is good.
Correct. So
he's
really still doing number 2 behind Canelo even with that, right? So Tank is right there, right? And I did that. I said Canelo's the face. I did a reel on that with Pound for Pound Glory. I said, but
Pound for Pound Glory.
Yeah, my brother.
Shout out to them.
And there's one, and I said, there's monsters waiting to take his spot, and that's Tank, man. Soon, I'll give it about 2 years. Not only will Tank be the most popular fighter, he'll be the official face of boxing.
Because Canelo give him a lot of props, and Tank really likes Canelo. He says it. He won't box, and that's that's a mutual respect when you got a guy of that caliber like Canelo. Because they ask him, who do you have in the Tank and Ryan fight? I got Tank. They always ask him, who's the best boxer to do? He always gives Tank his prize. He say Tank Davis.
Canelo's one of his favorite fighters as well.
So it's a mutual respect. Exactly. They go back and forth.
They're very similar, man. They're little guys beating up the
it's like Jordan handing over the baton to Kobe.
Okay.
That's that. If you want to compare it in that aspect, that's how I would look at it.
You say
Handing over the baton.
You say the 200
Numbers.
Yes. In an era of streaming,
It's tough.
that's good numbers.
That's good numbers.
Very good.
Back-
250, 300
Very
views
good.
is very good.
Very
With
good.
streaming
No,
now.
that's what I'm saying.
Technology.
It's like when record sales were going down, and it's like you went from when platinum was it, and then you started selling gold, and then it's just like that's the new platinum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
250.
And then what happened? You went
doing good numbers now.
then you went from CDs and bootlegs to Napster.
Napster.
Then Napster came in and changed the game.
Yeah.
But it shows that if you make the big fights, then people will come out and pay-per-views are still going to get brought.
Yeah.
Tank put up some big numbers. Canelo says, you just started. Not so fast. Do it again. If you did it once, can you do it again? If you keep matching Tank with the right guys, he can do it again. If Teofimo Lopez, like Floyd Mayweather said, if he can win the 140-pound crown, then we can do it again. You know what I'm saying? If Lomachenko could get the strap and they could happen to work that out, we could do it again. If Haney wins, we can do it again. Let's keep that mix rolling. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, if you still got you as the number one guy, I still got you as the face of boxing as well. But if you was to really want to shut this shit down, B-Ball is good. B-Ball is great. I want that fight. I want you to get your rematch too. I want you to get that belt. But Benavidez right now shuts everybody.
Get these young wolves,
Shuts
man.
everybody the fuck up. Honestly, yeah.
Listen, you could beat a
And if
Benavidez.
you win,
That's it.
again, you could go back to fighting all the British boys. You could go back to doing what they can't say. No.
Like I said, we not gonna know until he fights someone like a Benavidez, someone that we know as fans that say, "Oh, yeah, we gonna really see if he lost it or not."
You gotta be tested.
That's
you gotta
it.
be tested.
And I'll be doing Canelo disservice to say, "Oh, he's falling off." Nah, that could have been. You got to also remember. I also took into account when you see these fights, you ain't gonna win them all pretty. Right? Now, you know, Tank, he beat Pitbull. It wasn't pretty, but he
pretty
won.
fight at all.
But that's good. You get gritty wins.
Yo, listen, they talking about he can get himself a rematch right
The
now.
thing with Pitbull, you love him, but the question is,
Where is he, though?
Why has he done to warrant a rematch?
My point.
I let him beat somebody that we like, oh yeah, him and Tank. But I know saying
it's a personal thing.
Teams, it's a personal thing. They feel like we got to knock him out.
That's where you go. Because people had that as a debatable, Tank barely won. And Tank
won that fight.
Tank won the fight.
Yeah.
Tank
fight,
showed his boxing skill with one good hand.
But look at the criticism in a harsh sport. Canelo goes 12 with Ryder, and it's like, he ain't really.
I was super surprised by that fight.
12 with Pitbull, people are blowing up my phone like, bro, he's washed. I told you he wasn't all that. Ryan's gonna get him. Dang!
Look.
Dave was blowing up my phone, yo. Ryan's gonna get him. Pitbull won that fight. Pitbull didn't win that fight, bro.
One thing you got to remember about fans, they flip-flop. They like sandals. You know, one minute, yo, he the man. He have a support. Hey, a bum. I told you, he ain't shit.
That's sports.
What Pitbull
That's
did,
sport. That's
you know
sport.
what got
So
Pitbull through that fight? Blocking that fucking uppercut. Pitbull always kept his shit right here. He got hit with it a few times, but he didn't get hit with it enough because he blocked it well. You block that uppercut on Gervonta Davis, it helps you. It helps you. You can get through 12. You might not win, but you might get through 12.
Plus, he was a smaller man, so his level.
Oh, and then,
that level.
That's why
He was like the Mike Tyson. He was doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of that.
It's two little freaking going at it. Fellas, before we wrap it up though, man, just want to send a shout out to everybody that rocks with us at Four Corners Boxing, man. The Rise Podcast up there, Be More, man, Team GTD.
Shout out to y'all, man. Be More. Love y'all.
Central down at Thrive's neck, James.
Yes,
JC,
sir.
Just behind the camera right here. Salute. Thank you all the time, man. To the Fetty, man. You know we going to keep doing what we do. Shout out Uno, Manny Fresh, Dollar Bill. Oh, man, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? I could go on with this shit for like another 30 minutes shouting these niggas out in the order. For real. The Maniac is here, y'all.
Maniac, baby, the
Maniac
end.
is here, man. He said what he said, you heard? And if you want to talk about it, give him a call, man.
Let's
Shout
talk
him out,
about
you
it.
hear me?
Coming soon, the podcast.
Yes, sir. My brother.
You hear me, people? Thank you. God first in your life all the time. Do what you do. Get yours. Don't let nobody tell you that it ain't possible. Work hard. Stay positive. Move correctly. Don't do no sucker shit. Don't do no rat shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen. It's real shit, man. I come from the heart.
Love
That's
over
what comes from
hate,
the heart.
man.
Love over
Like
hate.
Coach Kenny say, love over hate. Keep God in your heart. Keep loving your heart. Look out for people. Don't be a selfish person. God continue to bless you,
Yes.
and always continue to have good
Amen to that,
intentions in
brother.
your heart towards
Yes.
people, because the Lord will bless you and your family, man.
Amen
Amen.
to that, man.
Four corners. That was easy. That was
Yeah,
easy.
that was a good
good.
one.
That was
I like how you broke that
Yeah.
down though, Shug, with that Tank Canelo, because it is true, man. It's
Yeah, yeah.
passing of the